Hello, this is James with Lot Hill. Today I'm going to show you how to create an automated backup for CashFootprint point of sale. The database is typically backed up manually through CashFootprint. You can either go to the Tools menu, Server Database, Backup Database. You can run that at any time. Or you can have the system ask you at the end of the day to make a backup. When you close CashFootprint from the main computer or quote-unquote server, the system will automatically ask you if you want to make a backup when you close the store. So it'll say store close complete. Do you want to make a backup? If you select yes, then it will ask you for the location of that backup. You can select either a Dropbox folder, Google Drive, USB thumb drive, what have you, and it will place that backup file. It's a .bak file. It will place that file in that location. Now, if you want to automate the backup, so it's hands off, you don't have to do anything, you just know that it's automatically making a backup. What you can do is use the Windows Task Scheduler to call CashFootprint using specific arguments that will determine where that backup is placed. So I'm going to go ahead and show you how that's done. You can go up and bring up your charms or Windows S to search Task Scheduler and select Schedule Tasks. This is Windows 8.1. On Windows 7 you should be able to click on the Start menu, Task Scheduler. There it is. It's called Task or Schedule Tasks or Task Scheduler. Either or, it's going to bring up the same program, the Task Scheduler. You'll highlight Task Scheduler Library, click Create Task, give it a name. We're just going to call this CashFootprint Daily Backup. Next, we're going to go to Triggers, select New. This is going to be a daily task that is run on a schedule. You can have it run at startup if you wanted to, or when you log in, but on a schedule is just fine. We're going to have it run at 2 a.m. That way it's clear of any other activity that we may be doing, and my first time to start is going to be tomorrow at 2 a.m. Click OK. The action that we're going to have this task perform is to launch CashFootprint or start a program. Click on Browse. We're going to go through and select our CashFootprint program. It's on your C drive, program files x86. If it's a 64-bit, you may just see program files. That's okay. Then under there will be Lot Hill Solutions LLC. Then CashFootprint point of sale. And the file you're going to select is the CashFootprint POS.exe or CashFootprint POX, and the type will be application. Select that and hit OK or double click it. Next we need to add our arguments that will tell CashFootprint when it starts to run a backup. So /backup. Then we're going to tell it the folder we want to go to, so /F. And in this particular case, I'm going to go to my temp folder. You can go to a Dropbox folder, Google Drive, wherever you really want to put it. Just make sure that if you're using a USB drive, make sure that drive is in there and accessible. If you're using a Dropbox folder, you can open File Explorer. You can right-click the Windows Start menu, go to File Explorer, or if you have an icon down here, you can click on that. However you browse your computer is fine. Highlight the folder you want it to go to, and then you can click in the address bar up here and just select the location. It should start with, usually it'll start with C:/ whatever. You can right click and copy that and paste it into your folder location between the quotes. I'm going to dump mine into the C drive, and I want this to be silent. I want it to be quiet. That way it's not going to let me know that there wasn't, the backup is complete. But if there is an issue, it will bring up a message and let you know that something went wrong during the backup. But /S will typically not display any messages other than an issue. So it won't let you know it's complete. You'll just know that because the backup will be there, and you can check that location. You can check that folder in the morning when you come in to make sure that the backup was created. Click OK. That will create the action. And if you have specific conditions, you can click on the Conditions tab and make sure that the task will run when the computer is on. Now, I recommend for all of the main machines to be running in high performance mode. If you don't see high performance selected, click the down arrow. It may look like this. Click the down arrow here to expand the other plans. Select high performance and then change the plan settings and make sure that the computer sleep is set to never, because we don't want this computer to go to sleep. This is the main computer with the database on it. We don't want it to sleep anyway. That way, if you start up CashFootprint, it's immediately going to have access to the database. We don't want to wait for the server to load, anything like that. So when the computer goes to sleep, it does shut down services in the background, and sometimes the SQL Server service doesn't start up properly from hibernation mode. So make sure that it's always on. And the settings, you can run this as soon as it's missed. For some reason you have the computer off. If you check this box, that means that as soon as the system realizes that it missed a specific task, it will run it. So you'll get that backup right away when you log in if the computer was off at 2 a.m. Click OK. All right, so there we go. Now we have our task created. If you don't see it right away, you can click the name header here to sort by name, and then you should see it, CashFootprint Daily Backup. So that will run. If you want to go ahead and run it now, just simply highlight it. You can right click and select run, or click it, highlight it, and then click run down here over in the selected item action area. That's it for creating a automated backup for CashFootprint. If you have any questions, feel free to give us a call at 855-LOTHILL or shoot us an email at product.support@lothill.com.